We live in a time that promotes a packed schedule every single day of the week. Like from Monday to Friday, you work yourself to the bone just to survive. And after work, your side hustle starts. But it doesn't end there. When the weekend comes around, you're expected to go out and have brunch with your friends and be a normal person according to normal people in this chaotic world. But it's not that black and white, and life doesn't always work like that. Sometimes we just want to do absolutely nothing, and that's frowned upon by a lot of people. But it's time to start ignoring that. So let's unpack that today on Video Chat with Jody. And also, you'll get your answer to the truth or false question that I shared last week. And you'll also have another story to decipher. Let's chat. Hey, have you ever had those days where you just don't want to do anything? Like, absolutely nothing. You just want to lay in bed and do nothing. Well, yesterday I had that day. And all I wanted to do was just read all day and do nothing. I had a few responsibilities that I had to do, but I was just feeling like, no, I don't want to do anything today. I don't know if it's the weather or if I was just feeling lazy and unmotivated, but I just didn't want to do anything. And it made me think about how that is frowned upon by a lot of people, because it's like if you prioritize doing nothing, it means that you're lazy. And that's not always true, because doing nothing allows you to relax. It allows you to take the time that you need to reflect on your emotions and all the crazy things that you've been going through in your life, and to appreciate all of those moments. And doing nothing is viewed as a negative thing, but it's not. And it's viewed as a negative thing because the fast life is glorified. I mean, we hear about it in videos, in music, and especially TikTok, where the shorter your clips, the more attention you'll get to it, and that just promotes short attention span, and none of it is good for us. I was actually reading this news article this morning, and it was explaining how Gen Z and millennials were embracing flip phones, like flip phones, not smartphones anymore, but flip phones, because when they went out with their friends and they were out, the flip phones allowed them to be more present instead of scrolling on social media and wanting to do things that people on social media is doing. You know, FOMO is pushed hard, and that was their way of pushing back. And honestly, it takes a strong mind to push back against FOMO, because if you go with the notion of, hey, I don't want to miss out, I have this fear of missing out on everything that everybody's doing, then you're going to just run around like a headless chicken, trying to jump on every trend. And most of the time, none of it goes with your personality. So you will just be wasting your time and just trying to entertain other people who kind of don't care, you know? And that's one of the other things that I really enjoyed about yesterday, because I was able to just relax and rest and do exactly what I wanted, which was read a book. And how many times do we really get to enjoy a relaxing day in this society? It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Like, have you ever heard this saying, wake up and smell the coffee? The first time I actually heard this saying was I was playing netball, and this other team, they were getting their ass whooped, and the coach was just so mad that all he kept saying was, girls, wake up and smell the coffee. And I didn't understand what the heck he meant. And later on, I hated the smell of coffee. I still do. Hate the smell of coffee. So that saying didn't really resonate with me at all. And also, no matter how much you shout at someone, they will never do what you want them to do if they don't want to do it or if they despise doing it. So that saying never really stuck with me. It's funny, which is why I still remembered it. But the saying that actually really resonated with me is slow down and smell the roses. Honestly, if you're not going slow, there's no way you're going to actually smell the fragrance of the roses when you pass them. And that's why I love it, because it emphasizes the importance of strolling instead of sprinting. And don't get me wrong, I'm a sprinter. And there are times when you need to sprint, but it's not every single second of every single day. If you do that, you'll eventually burn out from exhaustion. And I've been there a lot, and burnouts are no fun. And you're gonna hear me say this a million times because it is no fun. Burnouts are terrible. When I graduated high school, I was told by someone who meant well, that I should enjoy the moments because one day I'll wake up and realize that 20 years passed. I was like, wait, what? What do you mean? Like, that's not how I want to live my life. And even though that person meant well, I was like, I have two choices in this moment. It's either I choose to accept your point of view and your philosophy and go with it, or I choose to reject it. And, I chose to look at it this way. If I'm present for every single moment in my life, there's no way that 20 years from now I am going to wake up and think, oh my gosh, where did my life go? No. And yes, they meant well and everything, but it also told me a lot about them, where that's what they think about their life, where they're like, I graduated high school and everything went into the fast lane after that, and I don't know what happened with the rest of my life. Sorry, but that's not how I want to live my life. I'm going to appreciate every moment that I have. And in order to appreciate every single moment, I have to slow down and really take in everything that's happening around me and not get caught up in the fast-paced life and everything that's happening on social media and the trends and everything that's really, so confusing all the time. And you may be wondering, Jody, how the heck do I slow down and relax and just have a lazy day? Like, what the heck do I do? But you know what? You have to understand this first. The thing is, lazy days normally cannot be scheduled. They normally hit you like a ton of bricks, and you can either try to push through it and crash or give in and relax. There are not much choices here. You have one or the other. And the better choice for your mind, your body, and your whole spirit is to stop and relax. Stop and relax. It's worth it. It is worth it, and you will feel 100 times better. And I used to work overnight. I used to work overnight at this huge retail store. And on the days when the laziness hit me, and I had the privilege of calling out, because there was another job that I did and there was no calling out. Calling out where? No. But at this particular job, I could call out. And when those nights hit where I'm just like, I can't do it. I cannot get up out of my bed and go in and do 8 hours of mind-numbing work for such little pay and sacrifice my sleep. I couldn't do it. So I chose to listen to my body during those times, and I stayed home and I slept. And, it's not like I could say, all right, body, we're not going to do this today. What we're going to do is we're going to go to work and we're going to make that money. And, when we're done, we're going to reschedule this lazy time to like next Friday. Yeah, my body's like, not today. We are going to get some rest today. And I had to listen. I had to listen because if I didn't listen to my body, I'm pretty sure I would have had a huge breakdown. And when we don't listen to our bodies because we feel like we're superhuman and we can work like a robot without resting. Oh, I can only get 2 hours of rest every night and I'll be good. Wrong. You can't. Your body needs time to relax and to rejuvenate. And your brain, your most precious asset of all, needs time to process everything that you go through every single day. And no, that doesn't happen during sleep alone. It needs time while you're awake to do that. And if we don't allow that to happen, what happens next is we get sick. And then we're sick and we're like, what happened? How the hell did I get sick? I'm healthy. I eat everything I'm supposed to. I do everything. I take my vitamins. I do everything I'm supposed to. So why am I sick? And you're not understanding that it's because you're tired and your body needs to rest. That's why you feel like this. And when you're starting to feel like that, it's probably already too late. When you're sick, it's too late to do anything other than just rest. And when you get the feeling of starting to feel lazy, that's a huge sign from your body telling you that, hey, you need to slow down and you need to do absolutely nothing. And doing nothing may mean sleeping all day. It may mean reading a book all day, binge watching a few Netflix series, or laying on a couch and staring in the ceiling daydreaming. It could mean anything to you. I normally do these things. I figure out what food I'm going to eat. I grab a book that I can just get lost in, and I sleep 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 some more because I don't get enough sleep usually. And I had to learn to stop feeling guilty for taking these lazy days because we're taught to feel guilty about being lazy. And the reason why I stopped feeling guilty about taking these lazy days is because a lot of people are just frazzled, just so frazzled, everything gets to them. And it's because they're working on fumes. Like they've already burned through all their energy and their body's like, I don't know how I'm up. I'm just going. I don't know how I'm going. And they're running on fumes. They're running on fumes because they don't allow themselves to just be still. Even if it's not for an entire day, because I understand it. Not everybody can take an entire day and just do nothing. But 1 or 2 hours can make a whole difference. And I know, a lot of people are going to be like, Jody, I don't have time for 1 and 2 hours to spare. But, the question that comes to mind is, how important is your health to you? How important is your health to you? Because life is short. And I know you've heard that a million times, and you will hear that a million times more. But it's the reality. Life is short. But that doesn't mean that you should try to cram everything that you want to do in the precious seconds that you have. It means you should allow yourself more time to relax and enjoy your life. Like, again, your brain needs time to process and relax. And you are allowed to feel lazy. You're allowed to feel lazy. I need you to understand this. So say this to yourself. I am allowed to feel lazy. Yep. I am allowed to feel lazy. And during those lazy moments, whether you meditate, you go for a relaxing stroll, you read a book, you sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep some more, don't allow overachievers who don't value a healthy work life balance to convince you that feeling lazy is a bad thing. Because it's not. It's absolutely not. Like, you are the one living in your body. You're the one who knows what's happening. You're the one who goes to sleep in your body at night, and you know if you are beyond tired or if you're okay, or if you're truly so exhausted that you could sleep for like 3 days. You have to stop ignoring the clues that your body is giving you and slow down and take more of your me time, because you owe that to yourself. You owe that to yourself, to just slow down and be with yourself a lot more. Just be you. So do that for yourself, please. I'm begging you to do that for yourself, and I'm not even in your body. So imagine what your body is like crying for you to do. Start listening to yourself more. Being productive 100% of the time is not sustainable. It's not. You have to learn to slow down and enjoy the things that you being productive is actually bringing to you. Because if you don't enjoy that, you're just going to keep working and wondering, oh, where's all the things that I was working for, when they're already there and you're just too busy, you can't enjoy it. That's not what life is about. That's not what life is about. So you owe it to yourself to slow down. Slow all the way down. All right? So let's play truth or false. And this is where I tell you things about me, and you have to guess if it's true or false. And the prize, of course, the prize is on Christmas Eve. You'll get a $100 Amazon gift card as a prize, of course, because you participated in this Get to Know Me Truth or False game. So last week, I shared a story about how baby Jody was basically strength training by carrying 2 paint cans filled with stones. And if you guessed that that story was false, you were wrong. It's actually a true story. My dad told me about it, and I still blame him for cutting my muscle development short because I was on a roll. Okay. So that story was actually true, which it makes me think about how much I love working out now and how I really view having a healthy body as a huge positive thing. And to understand that I really started when I was younger, that makes me happy, where it's just like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. So that story was true. So if you guessed that, remember, you had to put your answers in the comments so I can know if you guessed truth or false. So, and when you put your name in the comments below, when you put your answer, not your name, your answer in the comments below, I can grab your username, your YouTube username, and reach out to you at the end in December so you can get your prize. Okay? So, now, story for this week. So, I used to dance ballet, of all things, ballet. And I started when I was younger. I didn't do it a lot, for a lot of years, but I did it. And the one thing that I still can't figure out, and while I was doing it, the shoes really helped, but while I was doing it, I still couldn't figure out how the hell professional ballet dancers get on their toes and basically stay up there the entire time. I am still so confused. Yeah, the shoes did help, and I don't know, maybe it was just because my balance wasn't as great and I didn't stay with it long enough to really know the secrets of it, but I'm still so confused. So confused. So, was that story true or false? Did I do ballet when I was younger? True or false? You will find out next time on Video Chat with Jody. Okay? Bye.